I got saved on May 1st, 1983. We were talking a little bit about it, that just, what was it, a few days after that, two of the deacons from White Oak Baptist Church on a Thursday night showed up at our home and were answering questions and just telling us about the church. And I can remember distinctly the one question I had at the end was, well, how do you give properly to the Lord? How do you do that? And then they explained tithing to us, and we thought, wow, that is so foreign to anything we'd ever imagined. But it started small. Being in the church service one day and at the CBI building, had $2 in my pocket, and as the offering plate was coming down, asking the Lord, you know, what do you want me to do? I knew I needed to give, and I said, I've only got $2. And he says, I want you to give me.
Give all.
Yeah. Give me everything. In that financial area, took that $2 out of my pocket and put it in. Well, that was lunch money for the week.
Yeah.
And God took care of us, and you just start seeing He can do this. He can take care of us over and over and over again.
We had 5 young children. How do you tithe? But once we started, it was just consistent. I'm thinking so many times that things happen, like where either someone didn't pay, like owning a business and the money doesn't come through, and just being faithful and just being consistent, and God blessed. When he'd have men working for him, he'd have to have their paychecks, and so he would give up his paycheck to make sure that they were covered, and God just would bless. The money would come through, payments would come through. I can't think of a time that we missed out on anything.
And there was even, you know, you think about it, because it was during that time, JoAnn was a stay-at-home mom, and she was able to stay home. The Lord took care of us. 17 years she was there caring for the children, working hard, doing all of that, and God was still just pouring out blessings over and over again. We knew that the Lord wanted us to have our children in a Christian school. We had 5 children at the time, and I think they were in grammar school and a couple in high school. We couldn't afford to do that. This was many years after we started giving and seeing the Lord could be trusted to take care of us. And we'd get to the end of every year, and the bills were paid and the school was taken care of. And we even look back today and say, how did that take place? God just continuously poured out His blessing on that area, and I think part of it was the faithfulness in giving. I can remember one time the Lord was challenging us in the area of missions giving, which is above our tithing, and I said to the Lord, I can find $5 a week to increase my giving. That's not faith to me. You know, what do you want to do to increase my faith? And when the Spirit of God told me to double my missions giving, that was a challenge, because I knew what that meant and I knew where it was. But even after doing that for that next year in the Faith Promise, and seeing nothing changed, we didn't miss a beat anywhere. We were never short a penny. It just constantly God taking care of us. God kept stretching our faith. When you give the Lord the $2 you have in your pocket, and He provides for you, and then you do $10 or $20 or whatever the dollar amount was, and you see that He can take care of you, it just seems like a natural progression of watching the Lord do that and continue to take care of you. God's
Protecting you. He's blessing you in ways that are just amazing. And today, just be consistent. Just be consistent. And God takes care of you.